Hey, my name is Scotty, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to sketch this castle here using my simple ink and watercolor sketching technique. So when I look at the reference, I like to divide it into the big shapes, and I can see here that rock formation comes to about halfway on the page. So I'll just check with my fingers, find halfway. So here's about halfway on the sketch, and then a dot right in the middle, and this will be like a nice anchor point. That's the big rock shape, so we don't have to draw little rocks. We just want to do that big shape first, up to that point. Keeping my lines really wobbly and loose. It's not exactly right. Arc out a little bit, and then some rocks. These are a bit straighter, these lines. So little tiny branches and leaves here, and these are a bit bigger. But this section of the building here, it's about 2/3 of that distance across. So let's put 2 dots here. So angling down, and then we have to outline those square sections of the tower and cut into the border. This is what we're going to set the perspective here this way, and down here, straight down. We're just doing a rough line there across the ruin, but it's just this little detail like that goes. So measure this width here, put it onto here, so we can see that there's only a little bit of gap each side. Add some wiggles in there, go up, and a pinnacle. And now connect these 2 points. So you can go slowly down and then up. Random lines is good practice. And everybody will see these rocks are divided up a little bit differently as well. Textures here. So around here, making it super wobbly, follow the same angle. But straight down here, angling my page like this, and now I can move my arm. Now there's a little window here in the corner. We go down, and there's a little arch there. Draw your doorway, and then the chains. We're adding texture, just a few stones. Got my watercolors here and my round 10 brush, and I'm using cerulean blue. Go across here, take that out a bit more. The rocks are a warm grey, so we'll start with Payne's grey. So we'll add in a little bit burnt umber. Just like the opposite of the sky, I'm going light to dark this way. So that was a bit more Payne's grey. Now the roof here is darker. You just do that. You can have a little bit of white edge there. Guide your paint around the corner. Do the windows. We just have to block in all the colours. We're going to go from yellow ochre. As we go, just a little bit more. Okay, so it's getting a bit darker. Saturation as we go down. That showing the lighting. Then we go burnt sienna. Right down to the bottom. This is building up this texture. We can use sap green. So around these plants here, they're light. And on the top of this where the sun comes across and hits that top of the plant. So Payne's grey again. Mix it into the other one. We can actually touch it, it's okay. And we're going to draw some bricks. Now they're bigger than the ones in the reference. And make them random. So this is just our first colour. We're going to do 3 colours. Burnt sienna that we had before, and that'll contrast nicely. Darker spots that we haven't done, you can add some more around. We can add some splatters there. Ultramarine and permanent rose. So if the sun is coming from the top left, everything on the right will be in shadow, and then just brush stroke across there, all the way down that side. That's sort of where the light is, and behind the plants, stroke down there. So I have my Uniball Signo pen for highlights. So we can add a few along there, on this edge here too, and bits along there, and then the edges, the top edge of these plants, if you don't already have a highlight, and then have a little bit of reflection on the top of those, so you can adding stone bricks. We're just going to do the same thing with white. You can just scribble them in with this pen, or if you've got a Posca pen, it's probably a little bit better at this. So that's how I sketch a castle with ink and watercolor. I hope you enjoyed the process. If you want the full tutorial with the reference and the template, you can download that on my Patreon website. You can post your sketches so I can see your work, and you also get access to all of my tutorials in my library there, over 100 tutorials, so you can go through my fundamentals. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.